Determine percent yield. Take your actual yielded amount and divide by your theoretically yielded amount, which is the amount you'd calculate that could be yielded if all was consumed in the reaction. Here we have 63.5 grams of oxygen. If we go ahead and determine how much carbon monoxide, which is the end goal, is produced if all 63.5 grams of oxygen is used, then we can apply the 33.8% yield that we're told we'll receive. So to do this, we go ahead and use a mole conversion to move from grams of oxygen to moles of oxygen. We then use the mole ratio found in the balanced chemical reaction to move from moles of oxygen to moles of carbon monoxide. There are 4 moles of carbon monoxide produced for every 3 moles of oxygen used. After we get into moles of carbon monoxide, we can then use a mole conversion to move from moles to grams. When we solve, we determine that 74.1 grams of carbon monoxide could be made if 100% were made. Again, we're told ahead of time that we only had a 33.8% yield. We'll now apply this 33.8% yield to our 74.1 grams and determine that we only actually made 25.0 grams of carbon monoxide in this reaction. Alternatively, we could have gone ahead and applied the 33.8 directly to the 63.5 grams of oxygen, because then it would be like saying only 33.8% of the oxygen was actually used. Go ahead and do all the math by multiplying across the top and dividing by the bottom. Remember to use parentheses.